Cancer, welcome again. This is Crystal here with your reading for love and relationships. So I'll be doing two spreads. I'll be doing one here and one here. So I'll start here with the reading for singles and here for people who are in a committed relationship, whether that's married or whatever other status of committed relationship you have with your partner. I mean, you know what I mean. That is so easy. Okay, so again, this is a general reading. First of all, let us be really clear about that, Cancer. So general reading, I forgot my rings. Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. General reading, that means some Cancers will resonate, some will not resonate at all, some will resonate with parts of this reading. Now, please leave here what doesn't resonate. Also, take with you what does resonate. And don't forget, cards are not meant to predict a certain outcome, a definite future, a definite outcome written in stone. Cards are here to give you an indication of what is in the possibilities, which opportunities and what actions you could take. Now, the ultimate choice is up to you because you have free will, and I feel that it's very important that you realize you're a conscious participant in your own life. So you decide whether you follow these cards, whether you have a thought, have a think about a card and what it is telling to you, because maybe when you're looking at the cards, you get more input, you get intuitive hits. That does happen. It happens a lot when I do personal readings. That's why I do personal readings online and I record them. I don't do them in person. I don't do them face to face. I do them sometimes via Zoom on rare occasions if you are already my client. But if the first readings I usually do in general, and I record them and I take pictures, because the images often when I am reading for you and I'm recording my clip and you're looking and you're listening at the same time, looking at the image and listening to what I'm saying about that card, sometimes it does happen that people get an extra intuitive hit. They get more information because, of course, the images are going to speak more directly to their situation and they get even more out of it. So that does happen. If you want readings with me, go to my website and see what is available there and how you can get in touch with me. I also do, question readings, 1, 2, 3 question readings. You can get those as well. They're very affordable. But enough said here. Let's get the cards out. So I'm going to start with am I holding the right? Yes. With a U energy. So a card that represents your energy. I'm going to do that for both singles and the committed relationships. So here, 5 of Pentacles. What's going on here, Cancer? What are you feeling? Why are you feeling like you have lost something? Okay. And, oh, another difficult one, 7 of Swords. So what is going on here? Okay, I'm going to pull these cards. I'm not going to look at them. Well, I'm going to pull them. Sometimes I'll pull them face down in this reading. Sometimes I will pull them face up. I'm going to pull them face up because of these strange cards. Okay. 8 of Wands. For the singles, 8 of Cups, so 2 8s. So that is good. So I'm not so worried anymore about... well, in a way, 8 of Wands is something, yeah. And then a Justice. Justice is the lot. Okay, this one jumped. The Devil. Okay. And another one jumped. Temperance. This is strange. I don't really... I'm not a fan of the committed relationship reading. Now, of course, don't forget, some of you will not resonate with this reading at all, 7 of Cups. But if that happens, I would suggest really, and especially for love, find out what your moon sign is. And go to that video. Also look at your rising sign video, because your rising sign, and really believe me when I say this, the rising sign is underestimated. And it's very important, because the rising sign is your filter on the world, but also your filter from the world back to you. My astrology teacher and mentor, she always says it's like a windscreen. And it's the windscreen through which you look at the world, but through which the world also looks at you. So the importance of the rising sign is enormous. It is part of your personality. You are not just your sun sign. You are not just your ascendant. You are a compilation of all those things. And it's quite complicated, because I'm talking here psychological astrology. But it would be too simple to go just look at your sun sign. So that's why I always say general reading, and that's why I always say go and have a look at that video. If you have time, please do that. I always put timestamps in my videos, so you can go to immediately to things that are relevant to you. You don't have to watch the whole video if you don't want to. So please take that in mind. Okay, let's go. The singles. So we start with that Five of Pentacles. That feels like yeah, like you have missed out on an offer, you have missed out on a dating opportunity, and you're feeling sorry about that. I feel you have maybe also on the dating scene, you have not felt very comfortable with this Five of Pentacles, because usually the Five of Pentacles is a card of lack, of missing out. Maybe it's FOMO. Maybe you had FOMO, or you have FOMO, because this is your energy right now. Yeah, it's sort of, yeah. So maybe there is this fear of missing out. Yes, why not? I mean, with all the restrictions, lockdowns, they're loosening up now everywhere, but it could have been that there was this fear of you missing out because of this whole lockdown thing. And I think for singles, well, from what I have read and I've seen and I have, heard, it was not easy all the time, these last 2 years, to be sometimes confined and not being able to see people, not being able to be in contact with people. Of course, there were a lot of people that also just, didn't follow the rules, did what they did. But I feel that here, if you were a person that followed the rules, it could have been, it could have felt lonely at times, and you could have felt alone. And if you then were ready to date, and then all your dating plans just dropped in the water, then yes, this fear of missing out, but also, yeah, this lack of not dating. It feels like it's been a while since you've been on the dating scene. But I am seeing here 2 8s. I'm seeing the Eight of Wands. I'm seeing the Eight of Cups. Now, the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Wands are 2 different cards, but I'm going by the number 8. And the number 8 in numerology is a very auspicious number. It's a very good number. It's a number that is very solid. It gives strength. There is a system of reading cards, which is called the Destiny cards, in which 8 is one of the most auspicious numbers. 4, 8, and 10. If that is in a reading, they have, you have spreads according to your date of birth, and those spreads are defined for your whole life cycle. But if you have a negative card that is combined with a 4, 8 of a 10 or a 10, that makes the negative card not negative anymore, and it gives maybe it can start out negative, but it will turn out okay. So that is the power of the 8. Now here, with this 8 of Wands, I feel a change is coming. And now look at it, it's like a butterfly here, so change already. There is also a reaching out to another person. This is, by the way, the Dream Keeper's Tarot. I didn't say that. It's a new deck I've got. Yeah, this is, and this is it. And then this card, the Five of Pentacles, came from the Thelema Tarot, just for your information. So the Eight of Wands tells me there's a change coming, and that change is not far away. So this reading for me, my readings when I do specific subjects, the energy of this reading is for the next 2 to 3 months. So this can already be happening. This can maybe happen soon, quite soon, because Eight of Wands gives speed to something. It accelerates. So yeah, so I feel there's a change coming in that dating scene thing, in your fear of missing out. Soon things will be changing, and I think they're changing for the better. But there's also here, for me, this Eight of Cups. I'm going to read that in context of this card, the U card. I feel that fear of missing out, or that feeling, that feeling of lack, that you can't date, or that you weren't dating, and that maybe you're on Tinder or another dating app, and it felt not enough. It felt also not authentic enough, because don't forget Pentacles, there is a value system there as well, inherent, because Pentacles are really money, resources, but also values. So it feels like there was something missing there, but that's going to go away. I feel that fear of missing out, that lack of not having anybody to date, these two cards together, I'm going to read them together, really say that, yeah, that is soon going to change, and you're going to leave that fear of missing out, the fear of, what is happening here in my dating life? Am I ever going to meet anyone? Is it ever going to happen? That fear is going to be left behind. You're going to walk into a different direction. You're going to, with this change here, with the Eight of Wands, you're going to look out, and you're going to start really a new cycle of dating, as it were. You're going to open up your energy at the same time when restrictions are going down everywhere. And I feel with this Justice card, it's going to make you happier. It's going to bring you a little bit more inner balance, inner calm, and security again. You're going to feel more secure again about, okay, maybe you're not going to meet someone just yet that is going to spark your interest, or you spark your fire. Let's see when I pull out the clarifiers. But for sure, you're going to feel a little bit more secure in, I have a chance to meet someone again. Where before, here with this Five of Pentacles, you didn't see that. You didn't see an opportunity in even meeting someone that then could spark your interest, that then could lead to a second date or a third date. There wasn't a possibility there. So that's hence that lack, that restrictive energy. But here with the Eight of Wands opening up, you looking in a different direction, this brings, a sort of confidence again. Self-confidence as well, but also you feeling confident. Yes, you know what? I can do this again. I can start meeting people again, and who knows what's happening. So let's see what's going to come out in the clarifiers. I'm going to first do these cards for the singles, and then we're going over to the other card, which I feel so strange, but okay, that's my experience here. Okay. I feel that you're going to, I feel this card should have come out reversed. I feel that is the thing that's going to change. Let's leave it like that because it came out like that. But this is going to change. This feeling of feeling abandoned. Another five. You notice? Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups here. But you're going to leave this feeling alone energy, feeling lonely, feeling like nothing is happening. With this Eight of Wands, this is the feeling that is going to be left behind. And that leads you to the Eight of Cups. You're leaving that behind. You're looking in a different direction. Here, with this energy, you may still be looking at what has been lost to you, because it feels like, those opportunities, it feels a little bit like a loss there. But that is going to change. Don't forget that the basic cards are the most important energy, and these cards give me additional information. So here we are. Six of Pentacles. It feels like, yes, it feels like you enter the dating scene. It's a give and take card, yeah? Again, there's this balance. He's holding this balance that usually the Justice card is about a balancing act, has the balances, has the scales. He's holding those scales as well. So, yeah, it's a give and take. So, yeah, I feel this is you trying out. Starting, when things change, when things open up, you're putting your feet, or one little toe, you're dipping your big toe or your small toe or whatever toe back into the pool of dating. And yeah, you'll see what happens, because this is also wait and see. When you start the dating scene again, what is going to happen, what may happen. It is, trial and error as well. It's trying stuff out. It's going on a date and then seeing, okay, is this date valuable to me, or is this date one I rather forget and then not go on a second one, or am I going on a second one? Yeah. So when you leave behind that feeling of FOMO, I feel that, yes, with this Eight of Cups here, you're going into the different direction. The different direction is really, again, looking out, getting on that dating scene. Again, lots of pentacles here, because this pentacle, this pentacle, this pentacle. So it's really about you seeing things again. You're looking at opportunities. You're looking at profiles, dating profiles, and you're actually starting to talk again with those people that you are checking out online, offline. I mean, dating is so complicated, and I'm a little bit older, so I'm not from that generation that used Tinder. We had to meet our people in person. So yeah, there's that. Okay, but yeah. I do know what it is to reconnect. So maybe you are also going to reconnect to people from the past. There is a possibility there, but it feels much newer. It feels like you're looking at perspective, people that spark your interest, and that you see, okay, maybe that is a person I'd like to date. And through dating, when that opens up, the possibility for you to meet someone, to actually meet someone. The Two of Cups, I mean, I'm holding all these cards, 78 cards, yeah. This one comes out, and it comes out here, prospection, looking at people, and maybe you meeting someone that really is more interesting to you. Now, I'm not going to say this is definite your soulmate that you're going to meet, or that you're going to meet and that is the one. But there is a possibility that in the perspective, in the people you're dating and you're looking, and quite in the near future, someone will stand out to you. Someone you will probably go on more dates with. It can lead to a relationship. It can then lead to further things. It may. Nothing is definite here. Nothing is written in stone. So it could be that you meet someone you really like. It sparks your interest, you go on dates, you even date for maybe a few months. And what happens then, I mean, that energy is not available here just yet. I can't do that. If I would be doing that, I would be, I would not be very happy with myself, because that is not according to my value system, not according to the way that I use the tarot. But that there is a potential in you meeting someone that is interesting, that is going to be maybe a longer term. I'm not saying it is the one. It could be. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it is. So please keep that in mind, yeah? Justice. So we have a swords, Two of Swords. So that's why I'm saying maybe in the beginning, when you're starting in the dating scene, you need to get your footing a bit. I feel here as well that when you start on the dating scene, you don't know what's going to happen. And sometimes that will make you a little bit doubt, okay, what am I going to do? Am I going to swipe left? Am I going to swipe right? I mean, that's how it works, isn't it? I mean, I watched the Tinder Swindler, so I know about swiping left or right by now. Yes, I do. But I feel here, sometimes there is that, okay, you need a little bit like a leap of faith here, because, nothing is sure. There's the moon. That already gives you, there is nothing is clear. There is no well-laid path ahead. And that's also why I'm saying this can be the one, it could not be the one. We don't know. And that is a sort of confirmation of my, I don't know what it is. Because you don't know. You are blindfolded, and it could be the one, it could not be the one. But it is on that Justice card. That Justice card gives you the confidence. It gives you also it will also help you see whether this person that may spark your interest, and you may go on further dates, and it gets deeper than just a few datings, or a few dates, a few datings. Gee, Crystal, a few. It's more than a few dates, and you get a little bit deeper with this person. At a certain point, you will see whether that person is, worth the effort to go into a relationship, yes or no. Okay, now next one. Okay, that one turned around. I sometimes, when cards turn around when I'm shuffling, I pay attention to them, sometimes not. It just depends on my mood. But I feel again here, this magician tells me the possibility that this works is there. There is potential there, but you will have to wait. You will have to wait. You will have to wait and see. But the potential is there. I mean, so yes, if you have given up on dating altogether, I would get, I would have a really good think, if you're single, of course, and think, maybe there's somebody out there for me. So maybe it's worth trying again. Okay, I will pull the oracle cards here later at the end. So let's go to these weird cards. I've been sort of avoiding them. I don't know why, but I have been avoiding them. Because there's the Seven of Swords. I don't like the Seven of Swords when it's about committed relationships, because it's a sort of a sneaky card. It's often a card that's about cheating, but it could also be something under the radar. So under the radar, what is this about? And then, it feels like you feel like you can't express yourself. Maybe there's something going on in your relationship where you feel that you can't say what's truly on your mind. Now, have a think, yeah? Cancer, if this is you, have a think. What is it that you're not saying? What is it that you're afraid to share with your partner? And I'm saying this because, there is a Temperance card here, and look at this image, and that was the card laying next to this one, because there's this reaching out. It feels like a man and a woman. Let's say it's a partners. They're reaching out, but here, this is a puzzle. And it feels like to your partner, you're a bit of an enigma. And that's because you're not speaking up. It's because you're not showing what you're really feeling. You're not saying what you're really thinking. And that gives your partner a little bit of a pause. What is happening here? I don't see what's happening. Because, puzzle pieces are missing. And this card asks you, it's really like a very big advice here. It asks you to give the puzzle pieces. You have the missing piece here. This is you. You have the missing piece. But you have to give that to your partner so they can piece it together. But if you're not willing to do that, that is dangerous for the relationship. That's not good for the relationship, because then there's no mutual trust. There is no mutual, there is fear in the relationship. And why am I saying fear? Because there is a devil here. Now, this devil is a little bit different than in the other, but it's like you're dancing with danger. And that's because you're not being forward. You're not being open. You're not being transparent with your partner. You're hiding something, and you're doing it out of fear, but you're dancing with that fear. And when you're dancing with the fear, you're also dancing with danger, because it can bring instability, uncertainty in the relationship, especially for your partner, because the partner doesn't have all the pieces. And I need to just stop and put this down, because my viewfinder just went off and I don't see what's happening. Okay, so my viewfinder is on again. So I was talking about this card and how it brings uncertainty to your partner. So that's why I'm saying dancing with danger. And you're doing it out of fear. And I don't know why you're afraid to be open to your partner, because partnership is about being open to each other. I'm not saying that you have to share every little single detail, what you've done during the day. But if you're sitting with something that is really, that is making you afraid, or that is making you worried, or you're sitting with something big, and it doesn't have to be about a relationship. It can be about someone else. It can be about a certain situation. It can be about a financial situation. If you're sitting with it, you need to open up about it. You need to speak about it, because, then together, temperance, together you can sort of come together and start working on a solution. But if you're not willing to give that piece of the puzzle, if you're not willing to say what is really bothering you, then your partner has no clue. And that's why I'm saying here with this devil card, who's dancing, and you're dancing with that devil, you're in your not being transparent. Yes, I said it. Oh, Jesus, it's hard today. My words are really coming out like, ooh. And in dancing with the danger, dancing with that devil, you're creating a situation that's really not necessary. Because there's here the Seven of Cups. On the one hand, there's a few things. This card. On the one hand, it says there is a solution for whatever you're bothered. Because look, this is also a 7 and a 7, yeah? 7 of Swords, you're sitting with something big and you're hiding it. But the 7 of Cups tells me there is a solution to that issue, to the situation, to your feelings, to whatever is sparking your worry and the fact that you hide it and that you don't want to talk about it. There is a solution, but the solution lies in the two of you coming together and dealing with it together. And then it will open up a lot of new ways of seeing things. It will open up a new perspective to you. It will sort of eradicate this worry and this concern that you're currently hiding. But it will bring it out in the open. And when it's out in the open, you can clearly see it. You can clearly see all these cups. And then you can do something about it. You have some choices, you have some opportunities, you have some ways of dealing with it. And your partner is there to help you with that. So let's have a look what the extra cards are going to say. Okay, you're not seeing the opportunity here when you dance with the devil. This is the Knight of Pentacles reversed. I feel like you're upside down, first of all. Your world is like upside down. So the issue you're having in your mind for you is quite big. Maybe you're making it bigger than it is, but it feels big to you, so it is valid. I'm not going to devalue your the way you feel about it. So that upside downness, that feeling like there's no earth under your feet, don't forget Pentacles, the earth element. Now this is upside down, so it feels like you don't feel like there's any footing there. There's nothing that you can ground you or hold you. And that, of course, makes it feel dangerous to you. That is that danger, but it's also, you are a bit attached with that devil. You are attached to keeping it to yourself because you don't want to share it, because maybe you don't dare to share it, because you're afraid of sharing it. But that leaves you like this. That leaves you hanging upside down, also all alone, because this is a solitary figure. You're all alone with your worry. This value in this case is that worry, that concern, that situation. You're not talking about it. You're keeping it to yourself, but it's sort of transtorting your reality and who you are. And, and that is when things sometimes go completely wrong when we do that. Now, the Knight of Swords, it's sort of an advice card. It tells you to cut it out. To cut out the hiding, to cut out, the inner fear, because it says a little bit like, don't be such a bullshitter, you can count on your partner. But if you're dealing, if you're, how do I say that? If you're have this thought about your partner that they will not, they will not like you, or they will be mad with you when you're talking about this concern that you have. Stop it already. Stop those bullshit thoughts, because those are thoughts you don't need to have. They're just thoughts. It's not true. So cut it out so that you can find your footing again. When you activate this, then this one can be turned like this. Yeah. And then you cut out that devil. You don't give voice, or you don't give that fear a lot of power, because you're cutting it out. So that's 5 of Wands here. That is you in a way are resisting giving that puzzle piece. But of course, if you resist giving that puzzle piece, or resist sharing with your partner what really bothers you, you're conflicted about it inside yourself. You're really conflicted about what you need to do about it, because on the one hand, you want to share, but on the other hand, you're afraid to share. But that brings inner conflict. But it also, it also will bring conflict in the relationship eventually if you don't open up. So I think this is a card to avoid, because the inner conflict I can understand, but don't let it escalate to real conflict in your relationship. So really, again, cut it out. This upside down feeling, this fear, if you let the fear get a grip or keep you in its grip, you will be conflicted, and that inner conflict will lead to conflict in the relationship, or may lead to conflict in the relationship. So it's time to get it out. So let's see what next card is that comes out here. No, it was this one. Yeah. Cut it out, because when we have the 2 of Wands there, you will, when you share, when you say what's on your mind, when you say what's in your heart, when you say why you're sad, mad, worried, stressed about, then it will open up your world again. It will sort of give you relief. It will give you relief, and it will give you there's 2 here. So that's the 2 of you talking again here. That's the 2 of you talking. But it's also, it will then make you brainstorm with your partner. How do we get out of this situation? How do we solve this? So it opens the world. The world gives openness, so an opening to start dealing with it, and not hiding it any longer. Bringing it out in the open at the same time gives you possibilities to deal with it, possibilities to make it not be hidden anymore. And when it's not hidden, at least there are some solutions that you can sort of brainstorm about or see in front of you. Because sometimes when we're in this situation, we're so afraid that we don't see what the solutions are, because we're boxed in, we narrow ourselves in, we make our world so small that the only thing we're thinking is this worry, this stress, this sadness, this nervousness, this anger, this I don't know what it is, exactly what the situation is that you're hiding, or that you don't want to speak about, don't want to share anything about. But it's affecting your relationship. So as long as it's hidden, there is no room for opportunities to solve it or to deal with it. So please keep that in mind. So let's see what comes out here. Yeah, 7 of Cups. It's funny that you have a Justice card here. Again, there's that sword. That's that same sword of the Knight of Swords. When you share the truth first of all will come out. And the truth usually makes you see these opportunities, because you have shared your truth and your partner has accepted your truth. Together, you're starting to work on a solution. That's this 2 coming together and seeing ways to solve it. And then that brings a little bit more peace and harmony to the relationship. It brings balance back to the relationship, because things are out in the open. And out in the open, there is, a solution there. For sure, there's a solution. So let's see what else comes out here. Okay, that one was, yeah, Ace of Pentacles. There is a solution. There's a solution, and that will sort of feel like, okay, new beginning here. Not that I'm saying that you're having a new beginning in your relationship, no, but it feels like, okay, opening up to solutions, opening up to proposals, suggestions, opening up to, okay, let's try this. Maybe we have to try that to get that worry away. So that's, there is a solution there. So really don't give up here. Really start speaking, speak your truth, open up, because that is what's most important. That's the first step. You sorting out your shit here and your fear and saying, you know what? I'm not going to be afraid. I'm just going to open up, because if I don't open up, my partner cannot help me, and that will be conflictuous in the relationship. If I open up, and I feel you're ready to do that, I feel you have been considering that, but you're still, that devil is there, that fear is there, and that Knight of Pentacles reversed is there as well. So that is sort of a little bit of inhibiting you to opening up, but please do so. Because I feel you have to, but you're still so afraid. So don't be afraid. So let's see what card's coming out. I'm going to use the Spirit Animal Oracle here, and I'm going to use also I'll show you, the Soul Coaching Oracle cards. Okay, first Animal Oracle for both. So first for singles. Okay, singles, which cards? Okay, which one is which? I feel this is here. They want it here. So, and it does make sense. It's strange that these cards came out together, but really, this is really... the cards have a funny way of talking sometimes. Okay, Beaver Spirit. Lay a solid foundation. This is what you're going to do here. When you're opening up, you're going to lay a solid foundation. You're going to be looking at all the prospects, but it's also laying a solid foundation for your dating. Maybe you're also going to adhere to lessons learned from former dating situations that you don't want to repeat. And I feel that is also in that Eight of Cups. You're not going to go on the dating scene like you did before, after all this fear of missing out, of all this lack, this feeling of lack, and you not being able to meet people. But you're also decided to not do it, not date the way you did before. You're going to be a little bit more careful about it, a little bit more, discerning, and a little bit more picky about who you're going on a date with. So yes, and that's also why this person may appear. But that's why Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation. That's what you're asked to do here. And that's also probably be picky, be discerning, be careful, be cautious. When you date, don't just go on any date. When you do that, also be discerning and cautious. Now, the other card that came out for the committed relationship was Believe in Yourself, the Squirrel Spirit. And I feel this was really very astute on this reading. You have to believe in yourself. You have to trust that your partner is going to understand you. Because you are with that partner for a reason. Because you have gone through things together, because you've already swam through some waters and some rough seas, probably, as everybody does in relationships. So believe in yourself. Don't hide because you're afraid of, opening up to your partner with your worries and your fears, because that's going to not bring good things. So believe in yourself and trust in doing the right thing, and trust in opening yourself up to your partner and sharing what is on your mind and on your heart, what is weighing you down. Okay, then the last card here is from the Soul Coaching Oracle. So for singles, let's see, for singles, what do singles need to know? What's their word? Pleasure. My life is deliciously joyous. So it feels like here for singles, things are going to become much more pleasurable, which is good. You're going to, also it asks you to enjoy the dating. Enjoy it again. Have fun when you do that. Don't be too worried about looking for Mr. One or Mrs. One. No, don't do that. Just enjoy, but be picky, but do enjoy it and have pleasure. Make it pleasurable because you really need it. It's been a long time that you have been on your own, and yeah, so try to enjoy it. Okay, this one. And that for the committed relationship came out. Simplicity, deep, profound serenity is expanding in my life. And that is what's going to happen when you open up. You're going to simplify your problems, because probably it's not as big as you have made it in your head, because you have done, this ruminating about what was bothering you and what you kept hidden for your partner. It has weighed you down, but you have made it probably so much bigger because you have been thinking about it constantly and by yourself. And I feel that by opening up to your partner, it's going to be much simpler, first of all, to solve it. You're going to see it's not as big as you have made it in your head, and that there is a solution that is also going to make it more simple. Now, this card can also be that sometimes the solution lies in simplifying things. And maybe if it's a financial matter, for example, it could be simplify your life. You don't need as much as you think you need. Maybe it's that. Maybe making it simpler, making it more, so that you can do a big cleanup and get rid of things that no longer give you pleasure, but also are not useful. Sometimes actually clearing out your space, your physical space, gives you so much more emotional room as well, and psychological room to breathe. And sometimes in cleaning up that, you start to clean up your emotions, your thoughts, your psychological things and issues. And yes, that will open up space for you. And it's simple. It usually comes to simplifying things. It's a bit like Marie Kondo that you have to do there. Okay, that's it, Cancer. That's your reading for both singles and committed relationships, couples, and love readings. So I hope you liked it. If you liked it, give me a like, maybe share, maybe comment, leave a comment here, see what's happening in your life. Please do so, because that helps me continue offering these readings to you. Because of course, if I, at a certain point, I will need to either go on with these readings or stop them because they take a lot of my time. They're all free for you. So yeah, I need support here. Or that would be I would really appreciate it if you gave me some support here. Okay, now for daily guidance, go to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, but certainly go to TikTok. It's so much fun there. And I can do a little bit of bonus readings there because I get 3-minute videos, which is brilliant. And I do bonus readings there, so go and have a look. And maybe follow me there. Who knows? That helps as well. And if you want a reading, I told you, go to my website and have a look there. I'm going to add some things there and some information about my readings and why I don't do in-person readings, but I have a video on TikTok there, where I also explain why I don't do them and what the benefits are of doing only online readings. And they are really so much better than readings in person for me, I have to say. The last thing I need to say here, before I forget, because I nearly forgot, is that I've opened up another competition, and to enter the competition, simple. you enter Magic 2022 in the comments, and then you have entered, and I will announce the winner on March 30th or 31st, somewhere around that time, end of March. Okay, Cancer, that's it for you. Bye for now, and hope it all works out. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your support.